When I know that, let's say our video is not really what it's supposed, as good as we thought it is once you have to really seed it, pay for seeding, major seeding. Like normally, in my opinion, if your video is good, if your little film is good, is funny or whatever it is, it will take off no matter what, you know. And a lot of times now you see a lot of companies who help you out with seeding it all over the place, and in my opinion it's just, so it's not the right way to do.
If you are too internal and you know that you're doing it by yourself and that's your first thing on the whiteboard, you got a problem. Because telling stories, doing comedy, producing sketches is difficult, and you need the best people to do it. You know, not many people understand how to create a story arc and how to create rich characters. You know, how to create something that's culturally specific, but that still speaks to broader archetypes. It's a very difficult thing to do. And if you try to do it yourself, you can say, "Hey, I did this kind of short form content myself before. I'm sure I can do this on a broader scale." You're probably in for a rough ride.
The biggest mistake is not taking any risk at all. Is sitting on the sidelines and waiting for this stuff to emerge. You know, you really you got to blaze new trails. You got to go out there and try new things. You have to go in it committed to it. I've seen clients and brands that I've worked with over the years who dip their toe in the water and put forth a little bit at a mid level. And they don't have buy-in all the way to the top to where there's going to be full, dollars and commitment to it to try the test. And again, when we go through our process and we start out with our strategy for a client, we're looking at the other end in terms of measurement and ROI. What's qualitative? What's quantitative? How are we going to measure success? And with every client that we work with, a program we just did for Tassimo called Who Hired Bob, $600,000 plus program. It for them was, okay, what is success? And it was email collection, and it was coupon redemption, and it was a whole host of things that were metrics that we could really put our finger on to determine success. All I would say is going into any of these initiatives, really understand what that measurement is going to be. And if you can't figure it out, hire guys like Mitch Canner.
You just can't lose the initiative. Okay, the initiative of moving this ball forward. There's no formal practice. It's an organized chaos right now. There are very few people like Doug that actually exist in the industry. There are very few people like Frank that are sitting with a platform like they are that actually have a great point of view. The brands that we represent and the talent that we represent all want to move the ball forward very, very directly. And I think that the more that we stumble over ourselves going to that process is where we're going to hinder this evolution of content and brand.